Hello. I am drying my towel there because I took my bath a little earlier today, and I have one door open with the wind. It's going to get dry very quickly, and I am sorry about the glare, but it is a very, very cloudy day, very dark. We have had this severe windstorm advisory. It's not too bad for now. It will probably get worse. But because it is so gloomy and dark, I have to have my windows without the protectors, and that causes the glare. Sorry about that. We did manage to scare a lot of people with the electrical series, talking about the Jackeries and Blueries and all of those things. Yes, I took it from Bob Wells and other reviewers that Bluery may be a little better than Jackery because it has more cycles, meaning it can get filled and emptied many more times than a Jackery, which in regular language translates to it lives longer. Just that. That is what I understood. But since we talked about what size of Jackery or Bluery you would need, and you have to measure how many watts the things you use require, so you know if you need a 500, a 1000, a 1500, a 2000, depending on your needs. We discussed that, and I think it was pretty clear. If you still have doubts, please write a comment. I will be happy to give you the answers, because if I don't know them, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy, and I will get the answers for you, and I will give them to you. But last Saturday, we managed to scare the very few people that were still interested in the topic. We managed to scare them away too. And what we were talking about was in-house batteries for when you need more electricity. I said it before, I say it again. I have a gamer's laptop. I checked in the back of the laptop, it says 270 watts. That's a lot. I have a 500 Jackery. That is more than half of what my Jackery stores. So, per hour. So if I have my Jackery full and I connect my laptop for 1 hour, that's it. I lost more than half the charge of the Jackery. So that is why my Jackery is not enough for me, because I have that laptop that sucks in electricity. We were talking with Tim, and he sent us his list of the components he has in his van. He managed to put the one battery in between the seats, the front seats, with a 400 inverter, the charge controller, and a few more things, and the cables and everything. Everything goes there inside of a wooden box that is light, that is not too heavy, so you don't keep adding weight to your van. And so we talked with him, and he sent me the list of the things he has. Just remember, all these things, they will be on links in the description of this video. You will have links for everything. That is what Tim has. He has a battery and a 400-watt inverter. Now, I learned after the live chat, because I asked him, how do you decide how many watts you want your inverter to be? You chose a 400 watts. Should I choose a bigger one since I am a full-timer and you are a part-timer? I don't know. And he gave me the perfect explanation. He says you have to have an inverter that covers the needs of your equipment, plus a little bit more. So in my case, a 400-watt inverter would be fine if I just plug in the laptop and my phone, for example. So the inverter will be able to take that amount of electricity passing by without tripping, without getting burned. I don't know, something like that. But I thought, okay, I should have a bigger one. I don't know if I stay in this van or I go for a bigger van. I don't know what other electronics I could need to plug in the bigger van if I do that. So I thought, okay, if I am going to do an in-house system, I should start thinking of getting more capacity. So whatever I get later, I can service that. So I think I am going for a 1000 inverter, and I am still deciding on the batteries, but I will put the list of my things at the end. And then I got a word from Doug. Doug is such a generous contributor of the channel. He's always ready to help us with so many things. But this time around, he was at a festival in Florida. He lives in Canada. He was at a festival in Florida, and he didn't have almost any cell reception or internet connection there, so he couldn't join us for the live chat. And but he sent me his list that is here, and again, it's going to be at the end of the video, and the links to all these things will be in the description of this video. He has a bigger capacity system with a 1000 inverter, and he gave me a great tip about how to choose the inverter. He said, if you're going to have a microwave, and the microwave is 1000 watts, do not get a 1000 inverter. Get a bigger one, because the input watts is what you have to read when you read the little metal plate the microwaves have on the back. If it says 1000 output and 1200 watts input, that's the one you want. You want the bigger one, so you are sure you can use that electricity. The battery will have more, but the inverter has to be able to process all that electricity coming from the battery. So you want to use an inverter that will allow you to use a 1000 watt microwave if you so want. You need the input wattage, or the input watts per hour. So a 1000 watt microwave, Doug taught me, uses 1200 watts per hour. Of course, you're not going to have the microwave going for a whole hour, but just the passage of the electricity is what you need to be aware of. So just go a little bigger with the inverter if you have doubts. That is what I will do. As I said, Doug sent us the list. It's going to be at the end of the video with the links in the description, and my list is also going to be there. Now, I strongly recommend, if you do not have family or friends, in my case, that are able to help you put together this system, please contact one certified electrician through Thumbtack or through the Pro Referral system with the Home Depot. You can order everything you want, all the pieces, from any of our lists at the end of the video. You can order everything there and have it ready and go see this electrician you get through one of these two services. They can peel the cables, connect them, put them together, and give them back to you and probably they can do that in less than an hour. I don't know, usually they charge by the hour. So I think it's a very good investment, and you don't risk electrocuting yourself. Just saying. It's a teeny little risk. The other thing is, as you see in this photo that Doug sent me, he built a little wooden box inside of his van, and he put the outlets on one side so he can plug things in there and all those good things. It has a lid that comes down, and so he can even use it as a stool. Perfect. But in my case, since I don't know if I am going to be switching to a bigger van, I cannot build a wooden box inside of my van. It wouldn't fit to begin with. Well, I could put it under the fridge and the fridge on top, but securing it very well, it should work. But I don't want to build something inside of my van, because that was the premise since the beginning. It's a no-build build. So I decided I am going to build my system inside of a plastic bin, like a heavy-duty Tupperware thingy. And I was researching Amazon for those, and I found, like, you can find them at the Home Depot and other places. You do have, and this is Tim reminding us, you have to know the size of the battery and the size of all the components to calculate how big your box has to be. But I was amazed because I found the most amazingly beautiful, sweet, excellent, super hard, super heavy duty boxes in Amazon. I will put the links of those ones with 3 asterisks so you know what link you have to check for. I think they are beautiful. They come in many different colors. Check all the links I will give you, because they have 2 front little doors so you can access things from the front, or you can lift the lid on top. I know I will go for one of those. I think they are bigger than what I need, but that's okay, because I may in the future want to add one more battery, so I will have room for one more battery. In the meantime, something else can go in there with a little plastic box or something to fill in the gaps, and just to use the space. But those boxes are amazing. So that is my plan. I'm going to buy one of those boxes. Battery, inverter, controller. Look at me talking with all those names and things. I had no idea what they were before. Oh, and the fuse box, and the switch, the on and off switch. Oh my gosh, I know it all now. So please let me know if you have questions about your future system. I have heard from some people that is too complicated, I will just buy a Bluetti, and that is fine, that is okay. Just be mindful. Do not make my mistake. Do not buy a small one when maybe you want to have many more things. And going back to, I am so scattered today, sorry about that. Going back to the microwave, if you have a 700 watt microwave, you need a 1000 watt inverter. You need an inverter that is bigger than your appliance. And I wouldn't plug anything else at the same time, just to protect my investment on these components, on these parts I am going to buy. Because the point is, my 500 Jaggery is not enough for me. So I have to go to the library or Starbucks 2 or 3 times a week in order to make my videos. That doesn't make any sense. I cannot boondock far away, because I have to be kind of close to a library or a Starbucks. Or I have to have a lot of videos done and uploaded so I can take a week out, but then I have to catch up. So it's that kind of thing. It would be so much more practical for me to have a bigger system. I don't want to have another Jackery or a Blue 80. I don't want to, because it's too much. They take too much room in my van. I would rather have one of those boxes with all the equipment there and have plenty of electricity so I can put some lights out or do whatever without having to worry about going to the library, sneaking in with my Jackery to charge it there. It doesn't make any sense. I am tired of doing those things. I want to plan properly for my next electrical system. So thank you very much for having coped with these long sessions, boring sessions, confusing sessions of electricity. But let me give you a little thought. Isn't it funny that in van life we are mostly females out here? Mostly females. But, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers here, guys. I love you and I respect you. It's not your fault. Society has groomed women to grow up thinking, okay, electricity, plumbing, whatever, oh, let the guys do that. And now they know all of those things, and we have to learn them because we grew up without needing those things because we always had a guy to do them. And to me, this is now a challenge. I am a female that is going to learn how to use her electricity, as many other females out here in the community already do. My friend Deb and so many others, they have learned now how to organize their electricity. I love it. So I leave you with that thought because, again, we're predominantly women in the nomad community, and it's a pity that we were groomed to say, oh, electricity, no, that's too complicated, leave it to a guy. And actually, it is not complicated. So guys are taking the gold medal because, oh, we know electricity. And it's super simple. I promise. It's super confusing. But if you watch this video a couple of times and the previous one a couple of times, you will know the same they do or more. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for entertaining the idea of being in command of your electrical system, being the master of your own electrical system, and have a great day. Remember, please, to like and subscribe and share this video on Facebook for your friends to learn that women are coming for our rightful place among electricians. At least nomadic electricians, not house electricians, no. But I hope you have fun with that, with the idea. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
We would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories.